In the introduction part, we have discussed a few of the terminologies here, and you can also look at the same terminologies. And if you didn't get any, you can just ask about that. We have discussed about vulnerability, exploit, zero-day attack, and what is daisy chaining, and doxing, or bot, or payload, or hack value. So these are basic or essential terminologies about the part. If you this description is already given over there, so if you want some of the description, you can just get a reference from the web. We have already discussed some main terminologies yesterday, and these are the elements of information security. So these are basic elements as confidentiality, integrity, availability, authenticity, and non-repudiation. So when we discuss about confidentiality, confidentiality is about some information which is hidden to one person or hidden to the destined person. So from one person to another person, when someone is sending information, that should not be visible to anyone else except the destination. So that is the confidentiality. Integrity, the data should be untouched or data should be untampered within the communication. Let's suppose from one computer to another computer, they had sent some data, and in the middle, someone else has got the data, has tampered the data, has changed the data, or has got a copy of that, or has altered the data. So that will be identified with the help of integrity in the security implementation. Availability, at the same time, while you are securing information, that information should be available to the destination and or to the authorized user. So how the users will be authorized, that has different mechanisms, different techniques over there. So the techniques may be about the authentication. So authentication is also the next factor in authenticity. So authenticity is actually identifying the user, identifying the trust person. So authenticity is again identifying the user by using different factors, like the user can enter their username or passwords, or PIN, can also use the biometric authentications to authenticate himself or to identify himself. And here in this particular part, the last point is non-repudiation. So if someone has done something, let's take an example. If someone has sent one email and now he said that I didn't send that email, so he cannot deny in that case. Let's take this further just to understand what non-repudiation is. Let's suppose in the organization, employee or uh, one person has gone on leave after after getting an approval for 10 days of leave. After 2 days, he got an email from his boss that your emails, your holidays has been cancelled due to some emergency in the organization. The employee has saw the email, but he just determined or just marked that email as unread, and came back after 10 days or after completing his holidays. But here, if the non-repudiation has already got implemented, when he saw the email, one confirmation, one notification has already sent back. So his boss already know that you have already read the email. So this is about the non-repudiation. That actually guarantees that you have read the email, you have already saw the message, and this is also already implemented in WhatsApp messages. If you have already used that, the red notification is already over there. So While securing an information system, we focus on 3 points: an information system, or designing the security for one information system. You can move this ball towards any of three main points, main objectives. So if you want to focus on functionality, so this is the functionality you are able to see as a feature. So if you want to provide more features, you need to take this ball towards the functionality, and definitely you need to compromise with the security in that case, and you need to compromise with the usability. That is actually the ease of access. And in other words, if you want to provide more functions, it will not be easy to use, and you need to compromise with the security, because more functions, more features will definitely increase the vulnerability as well. At the same time, if you want to focus more on security, you need to compromise with the functionality. You cannot provide more functions, more features in the application, more features in the uh, particular software where you're looking what you're going to design the soft security for, and usability, ease of access. So if you want to increase the security, it will not that easy to use. Now, few more functions, few more information security attack vectors from where you get attacked by the attackers. So what kind of threats are there? Cloud computing threats, advanced persistent threats. APTs are pretty much famous among the targeted attacks actually. So viruses and worms, mobile threats, botnets, insider threat. So these are the basic attack vectors. You just can Google for these. In this, I just want to tell you about the APTs. These are much more focused to the target organization. So APTs are basically designed after analyzing the target infrastructure. It's not a generic malicious code. Like when we talk about the general malicious code that has been designed to target the systems globally. That means all Windows systems will be impacted, or all Linux systems will be impacted by the particular malware. But this has been designed while focusing on a specific system. Let's suppose uh, an attacker had designed a malicious code or a virus that he doesn't want. If the particular system is going to execute that file or that virus in a virtual system or in a virtual machine, then it is not going to execute. So the APT will have the feature, it will detect the virtual infrastructure and will not execute inside. It is going to impact only to the physical systems. So that has been designed like that. So APTs are just designed according to the target system, and in the same time, if target organization has some particular IPS, so a malicious code can have the features, so it can evade that IDS